Alright, time for set number 6. Going to be another gold versus gold matchup. This wildcard set this week is a gold match. Going to be a PVZ on Laralac Crest. Spawning in the bottom left in red from BornG, who could wrap up the week for his team. Our Protoss player, this is Terra. And his opponent in the bottom right, gonna have to keep Unravel's hopes alive. In blue, our Zerg player, this is Fustup. Now, judging off of the clan tag here from Fustup, this game was probably played on the EU server, so I'm assuming Terra is also European themselves, so that's really cool that, you know, in these weekly matchups, which are, you know, pretty randomly put together, and it's really hard to get two European players playing each other. We got two Europeans playing each other, and they played on the European server, so that's a nice little added bonus for these players, not having to deal with the EU to North America lag that they would probably usually have to deal with in a series, in a match that they play for the CTL, so that's cool for them. And they're going to start here. Hatch first here from Fustup, followed by a gas, I'm assuming into a pool. Going to be a gate first out of Terra and a gas as well. I mean, Laralac Crest is, I mean, laying all in. Why not? There's a huge natural here. It's so hard to actually defend this early. There's no surprise really seeing Terra go for this gate first, wanting to get out some early units to deal with this. And despite the fact that this was a hatch first, it's just, you know, honestly, it just points to a laying all in even more. Speed is going to be started pretty much as soon as the spawning pool finishes. There's going to be 2 queens that are going to be able to start injecting immediately, and you don't need a ton of money to do it. To get a bunch of lings out and go over and cancel a natural base, and maybe sometimes just straight up win a game with early lings. A quick shout out to Fustup, along with Colt Terra from Unraveled. He ran a I'm not sure what I was going to say. It was like a Swiss format tournament for like 9 weeks or so for the CTL, for CTL players. It did well. I know it's in like the bracket stages right now, but he actually kept with it, and it was a pretty cool thing for him and Colt to do. So huge thanks to those guys for doing that. It is cool to see community events done by players in the CTL, especially new guys. I think Fustup joined last season, and he's been all about trying to find new things to do. So it's cool seeing him active in the CTL. There we go. Drones, most drones have been pulled off the gas. Speed has been started here. We do have a couple queens just injecting now. So basically, it's going to be, okay, what are you going to make after these 2 overlords pop? He's really supply blocked. I think he lost an overlord over on this side of the map. There's actually a pylon overcharge to kill an overlord, which is pretty hilarious. It's going to be a Stargate. Stargate would be pretty nice against this Ling All-In if he does go for like an Oracle, just to help fend that off. 12 lings in production, no surprise there, and actually has Overlord speed on the way as well. I guess that's what he got that extra 100 gas for, was to get Overlord speed along with this push. I guess if he wanted to maybe go for drops a little bit later, he could do that. He's going to obviously have to put into gas one more time. A couple lings already picking away here at the natural, not really doing too much. Maybe just trying to bait an overcharge. I mean, the Mothership Core using the overcharge early is a pretty big deal. Because now there's not an overcharge. Okay, there's 1 overcharge now, but 1 overcharge could be 2 overcharges. But instead, it's just 1, and we've got a bunch of lings and 16 more in production here, and there's nothing down here. There's a Phoenix about to finish up here. There's an Adept. There's another Adept in production. There's a Zealot. Phoenixes don't do too well against lings. The overcharge does go down up in the main base, which, yeah, it doesn't even matter since that pylon was pretty much dead anyway. And now this natural is pretty well gone here for Terra. And already, Fustup is in a really nice position. He's even dealing with the fact that he saw that Phoenix. He's like, okay, Phoenix, fine. I'll throw down more spores than I actually need. I'll just keep pumping lings. Natural Nexus is dead. It is going to be really hard for Fustup to actually push up into the main base, so he may want to back off and start droning, and there we go. There's the Evo Chamber. So now drops can be a thing. There's 2 Overlords over here. 2 Overlords waiting, and just splitting up his lings a little bit, trying to keep the pressure up at the front. And of course, with these Phoenix, Terra just needs to kind of scout out this is going to be a thing. It's like just the progression of all ends. What can go badly for me next? There's so many damn lings on the map right now, with Overlord speed as well. There's one Overlord drop Overlord already finished here. Some lings are going to load up into that, and they're going to pop out into the main base, and that's going to be quite a sad time here for our protest player. Phoenix on the other side of the map, and they see the Overlord speed, and they're about to see why these Overlords have this speed. Lings dropping in the main base now. A bunch of gates actually being turned over into warp gates, but even if he defends with all these units, that means that natural wall, or that main wall, it's not even natural, it means the main wall is undefended, which means all of these lings can come in, but it's looking like just the few lings that he dropped up here in the main base are going to take out the entire mineral line. Oh, Lord. At the same time, pushing at the main ramp here. Every worker is dead. Okay, there's one worker somewhere on the map. There he is. This is the hero probe. This is the probe that's going to bring back this game for Terra. I promise. The devs are cleaning up in the main, but he's got one Nexus. He's got 3 probes. He's got some Phoenix, which is cool, but there's already Spore Crawlers. And there's this many lings out right now. Is he gonna... this game's gonna continue for a while. Terra's doing a nice job of doing what harass he can. One of these Spore Crawlers was in a kind of a poor position. Oh, he's gonna lose a Phoenix. No, he lost a Phoenix. That's sad. 5 more drones in production here for Fustup. So he's kind of starting to drone up, but he's just so far ahead right now. So far ahead. And I think it'd probably be best if he just loaded up a bunch of Overlords and dropped the main and finished the game off, but he could actually do that with just one Overlord if he really wanted to start elevating right now. Yeah, it looks like he might start elevating all of his lings in, but actually doing that might be a poor idea, because that's 9 adepts. It's 9 adepts with the upgrade, isn't it? Yep. The upgrade is there. And he's just going to continually drop lings, apparently. He's going to come in here and clean this up, so... well, this game's going to last a little bit longer, at least. Still some lings hanging out in the natural base. There we go. A lair is finally on the way, and a Roach Warren as well. I think Fustup realizing, okay, I can't actually end the game right now. I can be really annoying. Phoenix over here being annoying as well, picking up what lings they can and killing those off. Well done, Terra. Making the most out of a bad situation. That's life. These Phoenix have done a lot of work. 69 lings have been killed. 69 lings. But, 69 lings for 30 probes? It's alright. 3rd and 4th hatchery coming down here for Fustup. He's also checking around the map, making sure there's no hidden expansions. Doesn't want to get blindsided by that fact. Because that's one way that definitely could bring Terra back into the game, is if he had a hidden expansion that wasn't scouted, and he was able to actually get up in an economy and keep an economy rolling while doing this harass with these Phoenix. But the Phoenix see these hatcheries. There's a bunch of queens out now as well to help fend off the Phoenix. And Fustup is about to know. He pretty well knows. I think he's been to every single base. He knows that there's no hidden expansion right now. He still has lanes over in the natural base of Terra. There's just all of these adepts with the upgrade. Fustup just needs something that can do a little bit more damage than a bunch of lings. TeamUR is going to get slaughtered over here. Not really paying attention. Natural Nexus is going to go down. Natural going down at 9 minutes and 15 seconds with 14 workers. But hey, Fustup only has 28 workers. He's been neglecting his worker supply pretty heavily here. He does have a bunch of roaches. He's got a ton of roaches that just popped out. Hydrogen on the way as well for Fustup. He's just getting everything he can. I really wish he would either drone up or move across the map with all these roaches. He's got 13 more roaches in production. I think he's just surprised his opponent's still in the game. He's just like, hey, why are you still here? Didn't I kill all of your workers? Yeah, you did, but guess what? 26 workers to 16 now. I mean, yeah, you've got 4 hatcheries, that's cool, but if you only have 1 base worth of workers, you're not really that far ahead. Army supply, however, is another story. 77 army supply to 34 in favor of Fustup here. He's going to have +1 attack finishing up shortly. And Terra is starting to get up his kind of natural, the way it should be. It's just a little delayed. It's just a little delayed, guys. It's alright. Army is moving across the map here for Fustup. He's looking to force the A set to actually be an A set. Trying to even up the series 3-3 here before we go into that pivotal ace match. There we go. Roaches, Ravagers pushing on in. Actually, he almost kills one of his own Ravagers with the Corrosive Bile there. There we go. A bunch of Corrosive Biles going down. The Depths taking a ton of damage. 1 pylon overcharge. Why are you backing off? Well, I mean, you don't really have to sit in the pylon overcharge. I guess you could actually back off. Despite your overwhelming numbers, you don't really want to just sit there. +1 attack did finish for Fustup, so he does have that. There we go. GG from Terra. And that is gonna bring us to our ace series, tied up 3-3.